Hi, my name is Aditi Patil and I grew up in Mumbai, India actually. And I always like to say I'm born to a family of teachers, my parents, my in-laws, my grandparents. So I grew up with a love of lifelong learning. After studying MBA in international business, I had a decade-long career in Citibank doing sales, marketing, and product management. And then, it just really struck me that I wanted to help people develop better. And that's when I made a foray into executive coaching. And the next part of my career was spent really coaching mostly women to help them achieve their highest potential. Now, in this coaching journey, my husband's job actually took us, on this world tour from India to Malaysia to Singapore and finally to the US. Now, each time I moved, I was just thrust in this unfamiliar world and I had to build things from scratch. And while I was able to do that, each time got more difficult than the other. Finally, when I moved to Seattle in 2017, it just became a big mountain for me to climb. I was rejected by every employer in the region. I struggled with depression, and I just, at the age of 40, found myself facing, an existential crisis. And that's when I realized that there must be other women like me, other relocating spouses who are facing the same issues as I am. And I wanted to combine my passion of coaching and helping women, and that's how We Are Pistachio was born.
Hi, my name is Deepali Paul. My childhood in India was a pretty idyllic one. I grew up in a place called Aurangabad, surrounded by family, grandparents, so a pretty happy childhood. Parents were both academicians, so needless to say, academics was really important growing up. Eventually, education and then marriage, made me move from there to first to Bangalore and then to Hyderabad. I had a pretty successful career back home. I had my own interior designing business, and then I was also co-founder for a company that was into prevention of sexual harassment training. This was a pretty big setup. We've trained close to 500,000 employees in India. In 2016, my husband's job got us to US. And like I say, after the honeymoon period was over, that's when my journey became that much more difficult. It was a long, lonely journey of, rejection, imposter syndrome, and a whole gamut of emotions that I've never felt in a long, long time. Having left my successful career behind, I was completely at a loss as to how to kind of go about looking for work in this new country. And that led to We Are Pistachio.
Hi, I'm Aditi Patil, founder and chief relocating spouse at We Are Pistachio.
And I'm Deepali Paul. I'm the co-founder at We Are Pistachio.
And you must be wondering what we're doing together. And that's because truly we believe that together we go further. And we are two women who are not just ambitious, but also very, very passionate about women working together, helping each other, and making a difference to help many, many relocating spouses in the world. We are busting this myth that two women cannot work successfully together. We love collaborating and building ideas with each other, and truly have built Pistachio with collaboration with lots of women like us. Our vision at We Are Pistachio is no relocating spouse is ever alone, and we are on a mission to unlock the personal, professional, and economic potential of every relocating spouse.
We Are Pistachio today is a 400-member strong community. We have members from 14 different countries, and we actually provide upskilling opportunities, mentorship, and really a safe space for relocating spouses to share their stories and their journeys.
Absolutely. And so today we thought we would hang out and ask each other a couple of questions. So I'm going to start. Deepali, who or what inspires you?
I would have to say, Aditi, my mom. I mean, she's an amazingly strong and a resilient person. Even at this age, she has this desire to learn, and I think that's what that I have inherited from her as well. So yes, definitely my mom.
Absolutely.
And Aditi, the question to you is, what would you say is your, your strongest skill set?
Well, I have to go back to my coaching, muscle where I really want, I'm able to help people develop, and not just develop, but recognize their own inner power and confidence within themselves. So when I speak to women, I'm able to just help them tap into their inner potential and recognize their gifts and their strengths, and then send them off into the world feeling much more confident. And that's what we do every day at We Are Pistachio. Um,
Totally agree on that.
yeah, so Deepali, you talked about learning, right? So what was the last thing you learned?
Yeah, just yesterday. I mean, yesterday I did a vision board workshop. We are Pistachio organized a vision board workshop. That was my first one. And I gained such amazing insights into, not just myself, but how I actually can manifest what I actually think about. So that was my learning. I mean, just yesterday through the vision board. And a question for you, Aditi. What makes you jump out of bed in the morning?
Well, other than my kids who wake me up, I think, just waking up to impact relocating spouses. We have so many conversations, and we just had a call yesterday with a relocating spouse who got a paid opportunity, and after years of trying, and she had tears in her eyes. And we have many of these conversations where we are helping them be confident and opening doors for them. So those conversations are what keep driving me. And I wake up every morning thinking, how can I help many more women? How can we reach many more relocating spouses all over the world? One quote that inspires me is actually from my favorite poem. It's called Start Where You Stand by Burton Braley. And just think about those words, right? Start where you stand. The past is over and done with. We cannot change it. The future is ours to create, and the present moment is the best gift. So that's what we tell all the relocating spouses, that no matter where you've come from, how tough your journey has been, it's all right. Start where you stand. And that's what I have told myself too. So that's my message. Start where you stand.
So one of the really inspiring quotes, which I find really inspiring, is by Nelson Mandela, that goes, I never lose. I either win or I learn. And this is literally the quote that I have lived my life by. And this is the message that I want to send out there, that never give up trying. Also, don't go through this relocation journey alone. Relocation is tough. I have gone through it, not the best phase of my life. So reach out to us, reach out to the We Are Pistachio community. We are always there for you, because after all, the Pistachio promises no relocating spouse is ever alone.